Alright guys, I wasn't going to do another video today, and when I did the my anniversary video, it was supposed to be all laughs and joys and everything else. But I'll be honest with you, I think whereas I was messed around with a particular person like yesterday or the day before it, that's why it suddenly went into kind of a bit more on a negative spiral, and I was talking about a few negative things. But then let's face it, most of my videos are. But guys, I've always been real. They've been helpful. If you want someone that's all smiles and all laughs and all that kind of stuff, then I'm not a hater of those kind of videos. You probably don't want to be watching my kind of videos, because mine is more kind of pessimistic. Beware of traps, and that's the whole purpose of my videos. But this video anyway is going to be called Why I Love Women, because I think I haven't dedicated, but a lot of my videos have come across like, be careful women, they're witches and they're demons and all that kind of stuff, and that's not the case. So I'm trying to say. So I'm going to try and think of all of the beautiful things in what we've got 13.5 minutes, all of the beautiful things about women. I think I've been fortunate enough in my life to have come across some women that when it comes to nurturing, they are God sent. They're God sent. They're angels when it comes to nurturing. Women that not have only just nurtured their own kids, but they've nurtured other people's kids as well. You got people out there that are like foster mothers. And like I did say in my the single parent dilemma video, that I don't believe that women should be doing these things by themselves. Some of them are fostering kids by themselves, and they've always got that constant unconditional love for the children and things like that. If we want to go into, so before we get into the whole vanity thing, because that is an aspect of women as well, but before we get into the whole vanity and the look beautiful thing and all of that, let's just stick to the more spiritual, the more conscious side of women. Right, so some of them are great nurturers. They're very good at nurturing. They truly do. I was speaking to one woman. She said to me that she realized that when she had children, her whole life, when you have children, it's about devoting your life stops, and then you're living for your children. That's realistically how it should be. Although in theory, that's I'm not gonna put down her teaching techniques, but this particular woman was a bit of a tease, a bit of a what's the word? She liked to aggravate and poke people, and I'm sure she did that with her own kids a few times. So it wasn't all nurturing on her side. It wasn't all giving up her life. But there's some women out there that, the women that do have that mentality and devote their whole life to their children and things like that. I think that's a brilliant thing. And then there's certain women out there that really look after their men as well. They I'm not saying that there's stereotypes and that every woman should be doing this, but some of them do cook. And make sure that when their men go through the door, that belly's fed. They do put their men's feet up and make sure that that if a man is working hard, that he doesn't have to come home and then have to do a second job cleaning the house and those kind of things. They come home and greet a man with this beautiful warm smile. As the man comes through the door, it's a big smile, and it's a smile that says, baby, I'm here for you, kind of thing. It's that kind of smile. And guys could have a very bad day at work, and they know that the minute they clock out, that they're coming home to a woman that's making them feel, they feel that warmth, that love. So yeah, so that's another aspect. The kind of what's the word, hospitable housewife kind of women that are out there. What is another thing? There's some women out there that let's think, that really look beautiful. Really look beautiful. They may not always give away their sex to men, but they can still uplift a man by spending 5 seconds of their time smiling at a man. Because I met some women that have the most beautiful smiles on the planet, and when they look at you and they smile, even now just thinking about it, and my heart's filled with joy and warmth. They're you know, I think the only downside to it, because I don't want to go off into the negativity part, is when some women don't have true intentions. It's not true transparency. They don't really reflect. The smile doesn't reflect on how they are on the outside and the inside. And I think that's the bad side of it. But I've come across women where that smile is genuinely real. I never forget, when I think of one woman, I remember working in a place called, in fact I won't mention the name, I'll just say it was a Portrait Studios, locally not far from me, and there was a particular person there, we'll name her Candy, and I never saw Candy down. I never ever saw Candy down. And Candy would come into him, she'd smile, how are you doing? And even though she was feminine and she was beautiful, because she was gorgeous looking, if you said something to her like, I play chess, as a man you say, oh yeah, I play chess or this or that, she'd say, well, I play a bit of chess. And if you said to her, I remember saying, yeah, I was doing a bit of martial arts, she goes, yeah, well, I did a bit of martial arts like that. So not only was she beautiful, but she definitely wasn't a what do you call it, not Jack the Lad, or I can't remember what you call them, women that act masculine. She wasn't one of those guys, tomboy. She was beautiful, sexy, and she wasn't kind of I think I said in the previous video about some women are intellectual trophies. You know, I don't know what she was like bedwise, because I never had sex with her bedwise, but I can tell you that she was, when she walked into the building, it was like, you know, knowing that she's there, like, oh my gosh, is she here, she arrived. It was one of those type of things. That's the kind of energy that she gave out. She was amazing, basically. And yeah, when you think of intellectual trophies, I can understand why guys get with women like that. Although, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from her, because I never had sex with her, you know, but I can understand why guys get with women like that, like intellectual trophies, because even if you didn't have sex with her, you needed to be around someone like that, you know. She was really amazing. What other women have I met? What other nice things I'll say about women? I think when you meet really good ones, then they are genuinely empathetic. They are generally understanding. What else? Empathetic, understanding. And I met some women that, you know, just like a mother is willing to kind of fight for a child. Oh, someone did something wrong to you at school, I'm going to go down and fight on behalf of you. Some women are, regardless of how fragile they are, they can be 4 foot tall, are willing to go all out. You know, they're not robust Goldberg type characters or physique or whatever, but they have that presence that says, listen, I'm not allowing anyone to kind of mess with my man or my son or my family, which is good. I mean, I'll tell you a movie. What's the movie called now? I can't remember now. There's a movie, but yeah, there are some women out there that, regardless of how they look, how I would say, how their presence are, how they come across, their physique, or how they appear to be physically strong, they're very mentally strong. They're go-getters, they're fighters. You know, some divas, not all divas are bad. A lot of divas have those traits, and there is such a thing as a positive diva, although it's very rare. It's very rare, but it's almost like a diva, but a positive version of that, someone that's going to fight and do what needs to be done in one way or another, you know. What is that? But yeah, and then again, there's the basic one, which is just some women are just beautiful. They really are the most beautiful, stunning creatures on the earth, you know. Visually, you know, aesthetically, some women are just really, you know, although this is more of a shallow vanity type way of looking at things, but yeah, there are some women that they're just some eye candy, basically. gorgeous, beautiful things to look at. What other positive things? Let's see if I can think of another 5 more minutes of positive things to say about women. Right, so we've gone through supportive, how some women are very good at supporting their men and their family. Some women are loyal. Some women are loyal. Some women have been in long-term marriages with men, and the men have cheated on them thousands of times. And because they are loyal and they stick to values, traditions, and because they stick to these things, you know, their vows, because they believe in vows, they stand by their man. Even that woman that sang that song, "Stand by your man," if you do the history on it, I think she was ridiculed and put down because they said that she was anti-feminist, or whatever you want to call it. She went against the feminist. She was basically saying that to all of the women out there that suffered from domestic violence, which some women do, okay, and they don't have family to support them or help them, so they're trapped in that circle. But what she was saying what they felt she was saying is that she was saying that men can't do any wrong, you know. And again, you know, I think this is another thing I want to say, you know, is that I am a MGTOW guy, but I'm living in the real world. I've always lived in the real world. I can't continuously do videos putting women down and all that kind of stuff. I'm a Libra. The scales have to be balanced, and the scales are balanced because, like I've always preached to you guys, evil is within man, therefore evil is within everything. The scales are always balanced. I do feel that women have a lot more perks, a lot more opportunities, and I do feel that some women aren't really appreciative of that. I really do, especially in the Western world. I think they're not. They kind of take it for granted. But let's get back to the positives. I think it was Dolly Parton that sang that track, or maybe it may not have been her, but she was dogged for it because she sang that song about standing by your man. She put her neck out on the line. What else is there? So some women are really supporting men through thick and thin. Some women can be angels. Some women, I've met some women that are like angels as well. They, you know, they're like a gift from God, really. There was this woman on This Morning TV in the UK, and anyone English would know what I'm talking about. We used to watch This Morning TV. I think she was with Phil and Cotton. Is it Phil and Cotton? She was with them, and she would come on. I think she was like a nanny, so she would come on the phone and she'd help women. And she really was an angel. I would tune in to see her, and one day I turned on TV and heard she was dead, and it was like, you know, it really took something from me because she was one of those kind of elderly grandmas, although she never came across that way, that just had nothing but positive experiences and positive things to say. And like I said in my previous video, that, you know, to every 30 people that I would consider bad or evil, it only takes that one. You know, good people are basically like light in darkness. You know, if I'm in the darkness of other people, we can't see anything. It's the good people that are like lanterns, okay, that are like lights. Not to take away from myself, guys, when I say if I'm in there in darkness we can't see anything, yeah, because I certainly ain't evil. What I'm saying is that good people stand out like a sore thumb, you know, and they impact the world. And this old particular woman, I wish I knew her name, was an angel, you know, and affected a lot of people when she was taken from us, really. My mother is an angel as well. She's always gone out of her way to help the less, you know, to help people in poverty, to help tramps, to help beggars, to help her local community in any way she can. She's always made sure that whoever came into her home was fed. Unless, of course, the person disrespected the house, that's something different, then obviously she's not going to go out of her way. But she's always, and she's very forgiving, my mum. I think she's one of the most forgiving people that I know. I need to be a lot more like her. Yeah, so my mum has taught me a lot of values as well, about forgiveness. and nurturing and things like that. So this is just a video to say, just giving back to women, letting them know that, you know, for it's not all about dogging women or putting women down. I've met a few women in my life that are angels, and I'm fortunate enough, I'm blessed to have met them, you know, and women that have gone out of their way for me. They really have done. They really have done. Just that sometimes it only takes that little 5-second interaction with them as well to just, you know, to make it a permanent imprint in your memory, you know. So yeah, there are good women out there, and this video is to them. So like I said, guys, I may not be on here for a long time, so I didn't want to end it on a negative. So this is to the women out there that I just want to let you know that to the good women out there, I respect you, and I'll fight for you. You know, my MGTOW videos are just based on women that no longer have respect for men, and no longer, some of them are very much aware of the differences now and the shifts in power, and rather than give men a chance, they're quite ruthless towards men, and those are the women that I've always described. Anyway, thank you for watching my videos, guys, and I will see you around when I can think of some more content. Alright, peace.